If you want to see a 30% increase in clicks across all platforms on your Instagram stories, if you want more clicks on your advertising, if you want more clicks in your emails, if you want higher email open rate, then this video is for you. Getting people to take action is one of the hardest things to do, and people's attention is constantly being pulled this way or being pulled that way. But a strong call to action will get them to stop in their tracks and pay attention to what you're saying. And the right call to action is the thing that's going to get them to take the next step. So in this video, we're going to cover small changes that are going to 10x your clicks. I fixed my CTA strategy and my clicks exploded after that. By the end of this video, you'll be able to use CTAs in strategic positions to get you more leads, to get more people on your email list, to get more clicks to your landing pages, and to get more clicks from your ads. And I'm going to share with you the 11 places that I use CTAs for massive engagement. And this might be the most important since it's the thing that gets people to take action. And I'm going to give you a lot of examples, but first, what's the goal? What do you want them to do? Your call to action should be the next thing that you want them to do. For example, do you want them to join an email list, join a mastermind, enroll in a course? Do you want them to watch a video or open an email? All of these would have calls to action. You don't have to use all of these. These are just suggestions, and they're going to give you some ideas of what you could use, how to use them, and where to use them. So here's everywhere I use CTAs at, and I'm going to give you a quick example of each. In YouTube Shorts or shorts of any kind, that would be IG Reels or TikTok Reels. In IG Stories, in videos and content that you create, on landing pages, in YouTube descriptions, inside your emails and in email marketing, inside your lead magnets, inside books you write, in webinars and trainings you might do, in ads, and on your website. Now, in my Pathway to Profits framework, you should have CTAs in all these different areas, and we're going to break them down. So let's talk about YouTube Shorts, IG Reels, and TikTok Reels. My long-term strategy is to create long-form video one time per week and post it on YouTube. Then I use something like Opus Clip, and I break up the clips. Now on Shorts, I'll have a link to that long form video, and then I'll say, if you want more tips like this, they're inside the video. That's a call to action. I usually just put the link to a video on YouTube. Now on other platforms where you don't have the option to put a link like you do on YouTube Shorts, this is why I include that call to action to, hey, watch this video, do whatever this CTA is, so that I only have to record it once. Now on Instagram Stories, you could post a video, a picture, anything, and then include a link right from the story. And that's why this one has a bit of a different strategy. You could include maybe like some juicy tips, maybe leave them with a cliffhanger, and then tease the CTA and have the link to whatever the next step is. And this is one of my pro tips. Make sure that the CTA is the next step. So for instance, if you want them to sign up for your lead magnet, then the call to action shouldn't be to join my course. That's further down the line in your funnel. Next, we'll talk about in your videos and in content that you create, or maybe some live videos that you're doing. So I let the data show me what to do here. And in looking at my analytics, my average time for videos is about 3 minutes. So when I start to see that curve start dipping to 30% at around the 2 minute mark in my analytics, I want to make sure that I get my call to action in long before that time comes. So in your video, make sure that the CTA is before the 1 minute mark, because people drop off usually around the 30-second mark, but the people that are still watching will catch that CTA before the 1 minute mark. And here's how that looks. For the first 15 seconds, you reinforce the title and the thumbnail. The next 10 seconds, you tell them what they'll learn from the video. In the next 10 seconds, you introduce your CTA if it's relevant to whatever it is you're teaching. Like for instance, I have a video that teaches people about how to use YouTube as a lead generation machine, and then I have a lead magnet. So in that video, I might say, hey, we're going to do this training on how to use YouTube to generate leads 24/7. And by the way, I have a free download checklists or steps that will help you do that. So it's relevant to the video. The next is the body of the video and the tips. So whatever it is that you're teaching, whatever steps. So for instance, if you have 3 tips or 3 steps, you're going to take a break in the middle of the steps. Again, you'll say the call to action after the first tip, and then you'll say the rest of your tips, teach the rest of your video, and then you say the CTA again before it's close to the end of the video. And people have short attention spans, and so you want that CTA long before the mass majority of people drop off, unless you already have an audience that watches your stuff for longer periods of time. Let's talk about blogs or podcasts. I'd follow the same type of strategy here. Whatever it is about, what they can expect to learn, the call to action to something that is going to help them along in that blog or in that podcast. Then you do the meat or the body of the content. Then maybe 1 minute later of value, and then you drop the CTA again. If it's a blog, you can include a visual with a link to a lead magnet or to your email list. Let's talk about landing pages for a second. And this is all I'll say about landing pages. A lot of the companies that have landing page creation tools, they have done research on this. So WordStream, GetResponse, Hotjar. Above the button or call to action, put some kind of a message with an arrow or something pointing to the thing that you want them to do. And this is just an example. So telling them to click while pointing at the button. And according to research and best practices, adding text above a button, explicitly telling users to take an action, to click, combined with an arrow or finger pointing directly at it, this can potentially increase your click-through rate by between 10% and 30%. Let's talk about YouTube descriptions. And I use this one all the time because YouTube is my primary platform. So this is a good CTA strategy if you use YouTube as your lead generation machine. If you don't include a call to action in your YouTube description, this is a missed opportunity. If you have somebody watching your video and you've done what I suggested and you put the CTA in there, a lot of people will just scroll down to wherever you told them at to get whatever the lead magnet is that you wanted them to get. That's all I'll say about YouTube. Make sure you use the descriptions to put the call to actions inside your video. And this is how you can build your email list. This is how you can send people to your product, to do product reviews, that kind of thing. Let's talk about webinars and live video. Now I go live on YouTube, and this goes in line with what I just said about videos. Have the call to action in the video or training, and then the link with the call to action in the description. Listen. This is the call to action for this video. First of all, thanks for joining me. But this is part of a 5-video series. This is the last one in the series. This is about calls to action. We talk about email marketing. We talk about funnels. We talk about all this stuff. So the call to action for this video is to go up top and start watching that video series. 5 videos. Make sure you watch it. All right, I'm cooking something to eat right now because I've been making content for you. And that's it. Now back to the video we're watching. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. I forgot to say that. All right, back to the video. See you later. And then on the landing page, the CTA is leading them to take the next action. This is a live training where in the first few minutes, I tell them the lead magnet is going to go with this video so they can download the lead magnet in the description. And I mention it throughout the training. And after each step or each tip that includes something from the lead magnet, I'll refer back to that. Hey, this step that I'm covering now is covered more inside the lead magnet. So make sure you go down to the description and get that. And then I'll continue on with whatever I'm teaching. If you want to see this in action, the link to that video will be down in the description so you can see how I use that CTA and what I have, the link that I have in the description, and you can model that for your videos or your live training. Let's talk about email marketing. Email is for nurturing and for pitching offers. So in each email, even if you're just providing value, in the PS line, you could have a call to action for them to check out something or to go deeper with you. And so inside each email, if you want them to do something, those are CTAs. Hey, download this thing, check out this video, whatever it is that you're providing value with, those are all CTAs as well. You want to put the call to action on a separate line in the email. So if you're into emojis or anything like that, you can have an arrow or a finger pointing to the call to action. and then use the PS line with a call to action to something that you want to sell. And this is a soft pitch to an offer. This way they're getting value in the email, but also you're getting the chance to promote your product or something like that. Let's talk about inside lead magnets and books you write. And I do this all the time. Anytime I release a new guide or a new checklist or a new ebook, inside I always have calls to actions to do something else that's relevant to what's inside that lead magnet. Inside, I'll give a tip or some kind of value, and then whenever it's applicable, I'll send them to a video that explains that tip or something in more detail. So the call to action would be to watch the video or to learn this specific strategy inside this video, and then I'll drop the link. And people miss this opportunity as well to get people to consume more of your content. It doesn't have to be selling an offer. If they've downloaded your lead magnet, give them more value by sending them to another video that expands on whatever they're learning inside your lead magnet. So don't miss that opportunity. Inside my books, and people like Alex Hormozy, and a lot of people do this, they'll have a QR code or some kind of link that people can get some kind of extra training. So while they're reading a book, you might say, hey, check out this QR code if you want to get some more live training on this thing. So inside your books, that's really good CTAs that you can use. Let's talk about advertising, okay, in your advertising. This one is more of a strategy. You have to post a CTA on your ad. So whenever you're doing Google ads or Facebook ads, you have to put some call to action there. There's a little button when you're setting up the ads. And here's the tip on that. Don't pick a CTA that doesn't match what you want them to do. And here's an example. In this particular ad, I want people to watch a YouTube video. And this was an ad to promote one of my popular videos that introduces them to a framework that pitches a product afterwards. So if I want them to watch a video, I wouldn't use a CTA like download or buy or learn more, because I want them to watch a video. So you want to use a CTA that's tailored specifically to the step that you want them to take. If it's an ebook, it's a download. If it's directly to a product, you could use learn more or you can use buy. And I would use buy because then they know you're selling them something. If they click, they are interested in your product, and that means money. And you would be surprised how many times people don't do this. So make sure that the CTA is in line with whatever it is that you want them to do. Here's how my CTA strategy looks. First, they see a video, a post, or a reel. Second, they click the link from the call to action. Third, they opt in for whatever offer or lead magnet I have. And then fourth, I hit them with some email marketing and try to build relationships with them. The purpose of the CTAs is to get them to make micro commitments so that when it's time to offer them something or sell them something, they've already been taking micro actions towards buying your product or towards getting to go deeper with you. CTAs are all around you, right? Even if it's a button or a link, or if you want them to take action, make sure that it's the next step you want them to take and not many steps down the line. That's where a lot of CTAs fall flat. If you want to learn how to create a business using the tactics that I mentioned here, then let me help you get started. I use video to get leads and send people to my products on autopilot. And I use digital marketing to explode those efforts and expand my reach. So if that sounds like something that you would be interested in learning, then you should check out my 3-course bundle. The link will be down in the description for that. You see what I did there? That was a call to action. That's CTAs in action, baby. Now, if you learn how to get people's attention, you're that closer to getting them to take action. And more than that, you're closer to turning that into a lead or sales. If this was valuable to you, there's an entire series where this covers from start to finish how to create leads, how to create a lead magnet, email marketing. And this is the last part of that, which is the call to actions to get them to take action. So you should check out the rest of that series, and it's bananas how much value is in that series.